Hello, welcome in. This is Stace. Thank you for dropping by today. So I recently did a Temu haul and I am on a mission to cut every single one of these dies out. So you guys, let's start with this one. This is the candy bar box die. This die comes with a box. The die comes in 4 pieces and it's not too wide. So it's very easy to cut out with your die cutting machine. I'm using the Big Shot. This was one pass and it cut all the way through. And this is regular 65-pound weight cardstock. And I hope you guys can see the score lines came out really good as well. So you just fold on those cut lines. You only need to cut the box out once and you have your box. So here's the score line. Here's the score line. Okay, and I'm just quickly doing this for you guys. At this point, I will take either this die and put it right here and die cut it again so you can get a window, and then you can either put tulle or some acetate behind it for your window. Or you can actually use this die. This die also has stitching in it. And I have made this box putting this die at the top, at the bottom, and in the center. Either way, I think that it is pretty cute. And then all you have to do is apply a little strip of glue right on this thinner piece. And then fold it completely over like that. I'm just going to hold it a second. Okay, and that is the box already assembled, and then you can put in your tabs. So after you establish which side is the front, so I'm going to call this my front side, I like to have my tabs going toward the back. And that's the little box. And this is how the top of that box assembles. So let me show you guys what I already created, and then we're going to get into the actual tutorial for this video. I didn't intend to put the box together. So this is what I created. It's a little carrier or display case for your little boxes. So it will actually hold 6 of these candy boxes. Now, the description on this does say candy bar box. It will not fit like a big Hershey Kisses or normal size Hershey Kisses bar, but it does fit these little Hershey miniatures. So this is the candy that I used in here. And you guys can get these little bags. I got this one from Dollar General for only $1. So that's cheaper than Dollar Tree. I'm actually not done decorating the entire thing just yet, but let's go ahead on and do the tutorial to match the case. And I'll show you the boxes too. So in this one, I have some chocolate in it. In this one, I'm making some handmade rolled flowers. And when I get all of them done, I'll also seal the box. I've been sealing mine with just a little glue dot, so it'll be easy to seal and unseal. I have some little flowers in this one. I have some little table scatter in this one. I have some ribbon in this one, and then I have a whole pack of sequins in this one. So, and I do still need to decorate each one of my boxes. Decorating them and keeping them pretty flat is the challenge because I like to do a lot of layers. But I think that this idea is super cute, and I think that this would be super fun to display party favors. Maybe you can have this set up and then people can take one box at a time. I'm actually doing this for a Happy Meal, so I have little crafty items and a treat in it. For Christmas time, I think that it would be really cool. You can give 6 different gifts, maybe hide some money in one of them. So yeah, I think that this little display holder turned out super cute for these boxes. Let's put one together. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use a black piece of paper, so hopefully you guys can see the score marks well. I'm going to use my little scoring tool here and this white marker just in case I need to darken any of the lines. My paper size measures 12 inches by 8 7/8 inches. So you just take a 12-inch sheet of paper and on one side, cut it to 8 7/8, and then your other side should already be the 12 inches. On the 12-inch side, we're going to score at 4 3/4 and 1 1/4. So I'm going to score at 4 3/4. and 1 1/4. And can you guys see that? Let's go over it. I'm going to rotate it. And on the 8 7/8 inch side, I'm going to score at 3 1/2 and 5 3/8. Also going to score at 2 1/4 inches, but we're only going to score until this second score line. So 2 1/4, just to that second score line. And then I also need to score it at 6 5/8 inches, which is right here. And of course, my scoreboard won't allow me to do that. So I'm going to flip my sheet, and I need to score at 2 1/4 inches again. But I only want to do it from this score line all the way down. Okay, so that's what we should have. So 2 1/4 just to this line, 3 1/2, 5 3/8, and then 6 5/8 just to this line. Okay, you're also going to need your ruler for this. From this line, you want to measure 1 1/4 inches, and then just put a little dot. That's 1 1/4 inches. And I'm just going to put a dot, and I want to do that on both sides. Okay, so I have a little dot here. And this is actually the bottom of your box. This is going to be the top of your box. So I am rotating this towards the top. So these two lines right here, I would like to measure 1 3/4 inches down. And then I'm going to put a little dot here. So I have 1 3/4 inches right here. And I'm going to put a little dot. And then 1 3/4 inches here, and I'm going to put a little dot. That's not right. Okay, so I have my two little dots going down 1 3/4 inches. Okay, I'm going to get my trimmer back out because now we want to make a line from here to here and cut it. I can usually do this by just lining up the dots on my scoreboard, but I will show you which lines you're cutting here. Okay, so we're going to cut along this line and the same on this side. Okay, so I'm cutting just to that line. And of course, I'm doing this on camera. I've already done 2 of these that were perfect, but that looks a little crazy. But anyway, so you can also do this with scissors. Okay, so we do not need these 2 pieces. Okay, I'm putting my scoreboard away. This is the little shape that we have, and now we want to take our scissors and make some more cuts. Okay, so we also want to cut this line and this line. Up until here, we don't want to cut this. Now we don't need these boxes at all. So that's this little box, this big box, this big box, this little box. Let's cut it all away. And we don't need these. Now we want to release the tabs. So we're going to cut this score line up until here and this score line up into this line. And if you want to, you can also miter this side of the tab. Okay, so next let's fold and burnish on all of those score lines. Okay, this is the shape that you should have. On this box, I do have this little tab shape here, so you can actually hang the whole box, I guess, if you wanted to. But I thought that that was a cute little decorative element. And to do that, I'm actually using this tag punch. So before we assemble the box, we want to go ahead on and do that. Okay, so now we want to apply a little bit of glue. You can use wet glue, tape, or a hot glue gun. Today I'm going to use a hot glue gun. And do the same thing on the other side as well. I want to stand it up and then glue it just to make sure that it's completely flat and that the box will stand up. That's what we should have. And now I want to put glue on this flap and the same glue on this flap and then push it in. Okay, you guys, and this is my box. It should stand up cute. And now it should also be able to fit in these little boxes. And I'm just going to check. Okay, and all 6 boxes fit. And you can decorate this up now any way that you want to. I think that it turned out super, super cute. You guys, if you decide to make this, tag me on social media. I'll definitely love to see what you guys have created and how you also made it your own. I think that these little display boxes have a lot of potential for creativity. So this is where we started and this is where we are now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.